Well, hey everybody, this is Aftermath and my name... Okay, that fucked up. Well, really quick, let's play some more game of that good old elemental builder. He's the underplayed builder at the moment, because of obvious reasons. As always, this is going to be a very heavy cut video. I will cut everything that is obvious. For example, I know for a fact that I will not leak the first waves after I get a single leader. So, in order to fix that, right, in order to like make sure that everything works perfectly, why does she lose a life, damage? I don't know. In order to make sure that everything works efficiently, I will put her like there. Why is it lagging? I don't know. Oh, it's because it's Legion TD and it's always lagging. Oh my god, I forgot. In order to make sure everything works, for example, right now I know that I'm not leaking the first wave, and I will upgrade during this wave. So I can tell you for a fact that because I have a very long wait time otherwise, I will not close the video and come back once I'm at wave 3 and something actually happens. So I have something to say about something. So, well, here we go. And already we have the first leak and first rage quit on the enemy team, which was elemental builder. Anyway, yes, as I said, nothing really will happen. The elemental builder is now quit. He will refund his powers to his team. It's the top left player, if I'm not completely mistaken. No, top right player, just like me. Top right player is no longer in the game. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so I have to really care about the elemental imbalance. So, because of that, after I have a certain amount of units, I will start getting those debuffs, which will make the whatever I'm trying to do really quite hard, to be honest. So, the thing is, you see 2 Lenas now. After this wave, I will be upgrading Echo, and then I will get a Tide Hunter. Don't worry about that. And I will upgrade the Echo Speed instead of the tick itself. Now, as I said, you see 2 Lenas now. They shouldn't leak the next 2 waves. So, I'm not getting anything the next 2 waves that would resemble a unit. Really, the most information you will get from this video is probably happening later in the game, starting wave around the 10. Okay, in this Gatling Gunner wave I was sent a creep, which sometimes really screws the balance up. If the leader decides to hit the creep, she might die too fast. So, what this wave can do if you get sent a creep is, you have 2 splits, like I had 2 splits, this split and this split, right? And if the larger split, this is the larger split for me, has ascent, you will leak. However, I had ascent on the shorter leak, on the shorter side, which was this one, and I did not leak because I'm good at the game. Alright, anyway, now it's time for me to get elemental guy. And he's gonna get on the left side because I want to have a left split. Now, everybody's losing a bit of armor here, but everybody's also getting a bit of the attack damage. And that helps a lot. Now, I'm also gonna get a water guy. Because this is really where it's coming from. Attack speed is decreasing for everybody now, sadly, a little bit. But everybody is also getting more damage. So here's what the water element is supposed to do. I am now rushing 2 units, which means that I will no longer get Echo before the boss. The first one I will be rushing is good old Water God, and then I will rush an Earth God, balancing 2 out of 3 elements, and the other 3 I will keep a perfect balance as soon as I can. The Lina still will clear up most of this, and well, the Water God should be coming after just the next wave. Really. Not a big problem. And somebody is leaking. Here we go. I don't know why you're leaking, but you are leaking, my friends. Jokey Plays is leaking because he's playing Echo, I assume. That doesn't make sense. Well, this disconnecting thing, he tried that, I guess, but it doesn't work out anymore because we removed it. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. We removed your little bit of a shenanigan exploit, my friends. Let's see whether or not I will leak next wave, because I'm pretty sure I will not. I could, but I'm pretty sure I won't. Now it is Predators versus what I have, and can the Predators kill my stuff? It does not look good for my stuff right now. But that's not a problem. The Predators usually like to leak anyway. The reason I split the Linas like this is so they have a longer way, and it seems like it didn't leak because of it, which is good. I want the strong units on the on the larger split again. As I said, I have 2 splits. Again, look at the map: 2 splits, 1 and 2, and the stronger split is the left one because you can kind of like. Okay, so the way this mod is working basically is you made us put a 2, and you can make the split larger by just putting a unit into not more into the center except at the very, like, right side. And I put one leaner a bit more distant than the other one. That is ensuring the split. Now let's get the Water God. If I do forget the Water God, I would not be able to defeat this wave at all. Probably won't be. Assassins have been buffed in a way where they will be able to defeat single wave tanks. Now, Assassins itself will probably not do anything. However, I only have one tank, which is the Earthbender. And even though he has heavy defense, he's probably going to die because of the ability. Which is why I put the Water Elemental right behind him. Here's why. The Water Elemental keeps his back clean. And as you can see, the Water Elemental will get attacked to the back and almost die. Almost, but not quite. So, here's why. The Water Elemental, the Rickies do more damage if they attack from, like, if this is your unit, they attack if they are, like, in this radius right here. However, dude, can you stop? Dude! Thanks! What the hell? This guy is annoying. Why the hell? Can you stop it, please? Hey, wait, if this is your unit, this is where you get extra damage. However, because I placed a Water God inside of this, radius, he couldn't attack from the back, because there's no back. Back is defended. Alright. Good. Well, let's see if I can beat the Hydras, but here's a pro tip. Yes, I can. It should not be a problem whatsoever. Now, the Earth God will also keep all my elements balanced for now, so getting a few units of the other stuff will give me a massive buff, which is called Elemental Harmony. Elemental Harmony is really what I want to strive for since the patch, because it's basically what makes the wheels go round and round, you can say. However, it is very normal for this wave to leak. Not because I like leaking it, but because it always does. I have not found a way to leak more than this. But this is basically how you play at this point. You leak 2 units on this wave. You don't leak them anymore at the Predator wave, but you leak 2 units or 3 units on this wave. It does not really matter. Because the income you need anyway for the Earth God is mostly coming from the next wave. And that one should not be a problem because it no longer has a split shot. The split shot of the Medusas is really what does the leaking. And really do... okay, then kind of... Okay, so here's the problem I'm seeing. The problem is, we kind of buffed and nerfed the Pudge a little bit. So, the wave after, basically. And the way it works now is that the Pudge no longer has the acid spray, but also deals a shit ton of damage now. So, I'm not sure if I can actually defeat the Pudge. The Pudge at this point should 3 or 4 hit the Earthbender. And 8 or 9 hit the Water Element God. This could potentially be really, really dangerous. The not lifestealers have a little bit of lifesteal. That does not really go into account usually that hard. However, they also will leak. Well, apparently. So I will be leaking the boss if I'm not fixing anything. So, okay. This variant of playing the game has been nerfed slightly by the patch, apparently. By the damage type patch. And now I have to find something new to play. Interesting. Test servers, this still very much worked. It's no longer the case. I will get another tank on the second side. And that's going to be a Void Bender. And then I will get a Thunder Bender. So I'm almost balanced. Almost. Really. Okay, now I have a Void Bender here. And one of those. Alright, as you can see, that Thunder deficiency is there, but that doesn't really matter. It doesn't do anything, really. It doesn't do anything. But this should be more than enough to kill the boss. I really do hope that. So it is said. I could upgrade this guy, but that won't really help. Like, why would it help? I need the Earth God as soon as possible, and that should be after 2 waves, and I'm not sure if I can even get that at this point. Without the Earth God, I am lost. I would rather leak 2 waves completely than not having an Earth God by the Abaddon wave, because then I might as well quit. I'm gonna be useless. So my Pudge has maybe or maybe not has been buffed a little bit too hard. I cannot kill him anyway. It doesn't seem like I could. Nope, he's gonna leak for me. And for everybody else too. I will Functor. I will yell at you for doing this. I told you not to do it. Pudge is not too strong. Clearly. Well, it doesn't matter. So I will not be having an active God anytime soon. And that kind of grinds my gears because now now I can no longer cut the video because now I'm literally a little bit confused as what I should be doing. So let's face it. I have to think what I could be doing here. So the enemy team has a lever So chances are we win the duel. That is a chance. I'm not sure though, because our big box are laid all on the front. I don't get that at all. It is a nice, a good way to. This is interesting. I've never seen 3, 4, 6, 7 big box and nothing else. Has he found like exploits in this? I'm not sure. Oh, very interesting. Of course, we have the Spearman, the Militia, and the Juggernaut, which really is, even after the nerf is standard way to play this. And we have the Spearman, the Juggernaut, and the 3 Hunters, which is also a very standard way to play this. Really, I guess that is makes sense, really, at this point. So we have a Reaver Brigade crushing into the Spearman, and Wolfling, and everything, basically, and it's gonna be very hilarious. As you can see, however, they kind of fucked that up and just to take the same target, and that's why they all died. They have 2 gyrocopters, we have 2 gyrocopters. This should be relatively one, just on the basis that we have more units. Alright, we have 240 gold now. If I can, like, sell this is 50 gold, and this, which is 30 gold, which is 80 gold. I have 320, I need 70 more gold. I should be able to get that from this wave, I hope. Fishies aren't usually very strong, which is a hopeful hope, of course. So I have 21 plus this 262 plus 50, which is 312 plus 30, which is 342. This 304. Yeah, alright. If I 342, I need like 40 gold more. The fishies are crushing my defenses right now. The split hasn't really worked and the split hasn't worked at all. Let's not like dream about this. I am leaking like a mad right now. A really mad man. Alright, this is actually fairly high tango numbers. Just one guy doesn't know what he's doing, and that's our Mr. I only spam 1 unit. He has no echo. Okay, time to get rid of you. For you. Alright, 2 more bosses to get, and I have a full... what's it called? A very strong boss, basically, but this is gonna be very much enough to finish a shit ton of rounds without any problems whatsoever. I've got scaled so much on just pumping fire, though. Like, I could just pump fire units and he would scale so hard on it, because he has so much damage. Same goes for the water god, really. The only thing that would suffer from this point on is pretty much, like, the spell resistance. And ever since spells has been nerfed, thanks to like what Punch is removed, basically, there's no longer a reason to get that in the first place. Punch is no longer in the game. He no longer has the spell. The boss, of course, does a lot of work, as everybody can see. Tiny is basically what wins a few rounds early. And now I can start on refocusing a little bit on my echo, which has been relatively weak, I gotta admit. So I might upgrade it a bit before I start to getting the next units. I need to upgrade food, so I can do this luckily after this has been cleaned, because then I get my wave income too. Like this.
Thus and so.
So as much as I know, the Fire God has buffed, so I think the Fire God is good, but Void God is much better. Much better. Tidehunter waves should not under any circumstance leak. They are normal heavy, but they don't deal any damage whatsoever. And why does and of course heavy defense, by the way. I finally figured out why we put heavy defense getting more damage from normal than from pierce. So pierce is light armor and medium armor, but heavy armor is too strong for it to be pierced, of course. Like, that's the reason why blunt force trauma just simply works better. That's like something I've read in books about medieval warfare. I wasn't aware of that. Anyway, Tiny basically one-shots those if they would not have almost died from the avalanche itself. So that is not a big problem at all. What else do we have? More focus on echo? Yep, pretty much. So, but 2 people of them are leaking like mad. Jokey Place is just mad leaking right now. I don't really know he's sure what he's trying to do. At least the Spearman is basically not dying at all. Oh, there's a Centaur in this. That is probably why things are going haywire. I wondered. Usually they shouldn't have problems with it with a Spearman, but everything died for no reason. Alright, my echo is catched up a little bit, but still not as good as I want it to be.
committed.
But the Abaddon wave is also a free loot wave, basically. Because, well, Tiny, yes. What can I say about it? Tiny is basically just, it's very strong. Indeed, like, he's just nuking all the Abaddons, and because of the nuking of all the Abaddons that occurs, every passive is popped at the same time, and then we just wait. We just wait till they come off. And the Water God behind this is also very good because he gives Ice Vortex, so with a little bit of chance. The Ice Vortex actually increases the damage of the Avalanche itself. That sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't. Here's the Ice Vortex, and then the Avalanche comes, as you can see. Everything gets amplified, will result in a big, big boom. And, well, now we have a Tiny waiting for the slaughtering to begin. I'm not sure what he does at all, like... What does he do? I don't get it.
Concentration.
Or maybe he also accidentally only gets all the big sends, which of course would lead to a lot of frustration on his end, which sometimes happens. Okay, next thing we need is a Void God, and I will be pressing a Void God a lot, because Void God's an amazing unit. So Tiny is there, so the Void God shouldn't be too far away. So if Tiny Avalanche everything, the Void God should be around here. This is good Void God placement, I think. Alright. Well, let's upgrade the Echo a little bit more. I do not think that I need the Void God just now. Albeit, let's get the Void God rather early. It will help me a lot to get one. I can still up the Echo after. It's not a big problem. I have my basic income. It depends on how this wave will go, because the Enchantress wave is notorious for being okay. That was bad placement. Now the Avalanche is basically not hitting anything. That should be grinding my gears. I maybe need to reset him, and that would that would cost me resources for no reason, and I'm leaking. Alright, the Enchantress wave didn't go as planned, and I can tell you why, because I fucked up. Hello Bambi, you're leaking. Hello, how are you? Goodbye. I don't like you either, to be honest, but hey, you gotta just deal with what shit you did, and what shit I did is basically, I wasted money, around 50 gold. That is my income gone for this round, completely. You get the hell away, and you will be here instead. I still want the left-centered play, so I'm just gonna up the Echo. Whatever I plan to do, it's no longer working. Congratulations, I have to do this now, because this will be worth it shortly after. The I am out wave is no longer a problem. It has been nerfed, sadly. It doesn't give any money anymore, because certain units just were able to like completely kill it and just slaughter it. Of course, that is not something you want, right? Right. What was Void again? Like, if I have Void energy, what happens again with my units? I forgot about that.
Hither I go.
The great leaking against only my Lena survived because I'm actually putting my units smartly and letting all the tinies run to a single unit. All the techies, not the tinies. Of course, now they will die anyway, but that doesn't matter. They didn't upgrade their king, so they are almost lost at this point. If they do not upgrade your king to a wave like 20, you're lost. Bosses will crap on you. I'm a very weak Link. I'm just glad that their elemental builder is an even weaker Link. This sounds so bad. I'm so sorry. Alright, I have 160 gold, which is not quite there yet. That random guy is a wave where I definitely would need more firepower for. Yeah. I'm not having that.
Forthwith.
Void Elemental has been only cost 90? Really? Is that non-expensive? Wow. Where's it been all my life?
As needs be.
Random guy as a normal heavy unit. So my Tiny will shatter them, hopefully, into a lot of million pieces. Let's send Echo units mostly. I need to catch up with Echo. Hopefully nobody's mad at me for Echo units. I've been sent a Roshan. Hello Roshan. How are you? Nothing I can do even if I would want to. That is just like not good.
Unto battle.
Oh, at least I killed everything else, so I basically am not losing anything from this except for a bit of Echo tempo. And the Roshan shouldn't have been the right to do anything anyway. Alright, Phantom. Oh god, I hate that wave. Afterwards, I should be having my Void God, then I really can go full Echo because of Void God, and a Tiny will be able to do so much shit you don't even trust me. Trust me, you'll see it. You'll see it anyway. Trust me, it's gonna be very hilarious. Because it's just a chain of a lot of damage and AoE effects in one chain. It is insane. Like, this human builder here plays much better than me. He's just like having the futuristic gyrocopter and the spearman and the militia and the hunter, and that's so good in Echo. He is focusing a little bit more on units. He doesn't get Echo at all because fuck Echo. Echo's for gays. Well, again, I'm gonna point this out once more. I hate the wave because most of my strong attacks are very slow, and this can just leak because I kill nothing. And as you was able to see, I wasn't hitting at all. Like, that was so ridiculous. It is annoying, really. But hey, look, they leaked even harder. Like, the guy that wasn't that good in the first place, he got wrecked.
Fine.
Okay, 500, here we go. Void God incoming. Now I have an Enigma. That's a lot of damage. 400, a lot of damage. 200 damage for 4 seconds. That's 800 damage. How much does the Avalanche do? It does 150 damage. So the Void God just deals way too much damage. I have no idea who put 200 damage on it. And I'm gonna definitely talk with that to Funk Dog, because 200 damage is like, you know what? I'm not gonna speak. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show and tell. Welcome to the Show and Tell podcast. Alright then. First of all, Avalanche, now Black Hole, everything's getting wrecked. Like, for those seconds that they were in there, it's only 400 damage once. It doesn't matter. In the moment where they were all there, they were wrecked completely. Completely, absolutely wrecked, and they have sent it in a Roshan too. And now I can just echo up again, because, you know what? I don't need anything anymore. I have enough gold income every round. No, not hunger income, though. I'm gonna bloody send them, though. Like, I don't even care. The Enigma is gonna ruin duels for them anyway. Starting about now. And you're gonna get rid of my Lena so I can get the next level speed. And here we go, I am an elemental harmony. Your totality eclipses the cosm. That's because I sold something. And they are almost even in price. So here we go, we get more damage, 80% and 1.8 armor. Spell damage reducement, which doesn't matter. Attack speed increasement and incoming damage reducement, which is 9% true damage defense, which is a lot. We have plus 100 damage on the Earth God. It's quite stupid. Yeah, well, that's also stupid. The fact that this king is just gonna die. Nothing that, like, the king can't even handle this. See, he dead. Oh, nice. Somebody killed Santa Roshan on the guy that was the weakest anyway, and he leaked the king. 2 kings and a Roshan leaked for them, and they have got some health and attack upgrades, but I don't think it's gonna help at all. Like, our king will handle this without a problem. Their king? Oh my god, their king might just die right now. This could be GG. Right now, I'm calling it. Yep, that's GG. I'm calling it, this is GG. Okay, well played. Okay, so what I was doing doesn't work anymore. My economy is way too behind what it used to be, and my damage in the first 10 rounds was absolutely underwhelming. But we won by round 20. So that's fine.
Victory!
Thanks for watching. I gotta go back to Trophy God. Oh my god, I hate this upgrade. I love it so much, but I hate it at the same time because I threw everything I had was what goes to guide writing to this. You know what? I'm just gonna buff him. No, I'm not. I'm not. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you go into the future by subscribing to this channel, and I would very much like to do that. If I have more subscribers, I can reach more people. If I can reach more people, I can do more people, and you will benefit from that as well. And don't forget to comment, because I love comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget, if you don't like the video, you can dislike. Then you're a filthy, jokey place, though, because you'd leak all game, and you're just mad. But please, leave a comment anyway. If you left a comment, well, go ahead, and, well, leave it, no matter what comment it is, even if it's a hate comment. I like hate comments. Just go ahead. Hate me, but subscribe me at the end of the day. And don't forget, you can go into the future by subscribing to this channel. Don't forget, you can go back in time by watching all the nice playlists I made for you. See you guys next time. Aftermath signing out.